Welcome to Quake Pro League, where today I am sat down with vengeurR. I want to start off by talking about this week's legendary class. It will see yourself and Kilson facing off. Obviously, you faced each other 3 times during stage 1 of the regular season, where we saw yourself taking 2 out of the 3 wins. Each game was incredibly close, though. What are you kind of doing to prepare for this matchup, and how much are you kind of relying on those old games in terms of your practice and preparation?
Well, playing against Kilson is always a nice experience because he's an incredible player, and since we have faced against each other a lot of times, I already know what to do and what to expect in certain situations. But as I said, he's Kilson, so no one knows what is going to happen. He can hit 2 rails and you are done. So it's always difficult to actually prepare for such match. But I want a revenge from Luca because I lost to him in quarterfinals, so I hope I can win this time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, both Maestro players are top 2 Europeans in QPL, with Rosie being 3rd and yourself in 4th overall. Both of you are kind of considered new and fresh talent considering how young you both are. Do you feel your approach to the game is kind of different to some of the older QPL champions?
Well, for sure, we are new players, so it's different for us because other players that are playing with us have more experience, LAN tournaments and just gameplay wise. So we kind of rely a little bit more on aim, fresh tactics. Is like we always try to experiment something new. So for sure it's different because we don't have the experience that other players like Cooler, Rafa, Toxic have. But from our side, we have probably a more fresh gameplay, so sometimes we can surprise them with something they don't expect us to do. So,
how does the dynamic work between yourself and Rosie? Do you kind of see each other as competitors, or do you kind of practice against each other and learn from each other?
Well, it's not easy to say because we are teammates and we are playing in a game that just rewards one person, but we are good friends outside the game and we try to help each other as much as we can. Of course, at the end, what matters the most is that me is like I'm gonna win, but we are friends and no matter what, there is a lot of respect and we always try to do our best no matter what.
So besides Rosie and Kilson, who do you find most difficult to play against in QPL?
That's a tough one. I think Rosie, just because we have a lot of history in the past 2 years, we are playing each other a lot of times and he always managed to win and I always I'm so close but yet so far, and I always try to improve thanks to that. But of course Kilson also, in the past 6 months I played against him so many times and so many amazing matches, and it's just incredible to have them around and to be able to practice with them and have such good competition.
Are those the 2 players that you kind of look forward to facing most, or are there any other players that you're really looking forward to playing up against?
Well, I think the last 2 weeks are going to be interesting because I'm going to play Cooler and then Cypher. With Cooler, I also have good history. In the past matches was really good for me. I managed to win most of the times. And against Cypher, I don't play against him from 6 months in an official tournament. So I want to see how it is going to go.
Are there any other players just below QPL that you think might qualify for the league that fans should keep an eye out on?
Well, the Quake community is really huge and there are so many talents, and I can already say Garpy, Hell, Sparty, Silencer, NSC, Sirius. There are so many players that are actually capable of playing in the Quake Pro League. So I can't wait for Katowice to see who is going to qualify, because the relegation match is always exciting because you have so much pressure on yourself. It's gonna be interesting to see who is gonna manage to get into the Pro League.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. Good luck in your matches.